What's good? It's your boy back with another video. So I'm out and about today handling my business, and lo and behold, I'm at a Walmart and I see these two fellas, and they was talking about energy sales. So I think this is the beginning of Poverty Jobs Part 5, because one brother was kind of semi-professional, and he pretty much kind of like asked. I was probably inquiring about the job for the most part, and then I kind of asked him about what everything all entailed. But the biggest thing for me and the biggest takeaway on this portion of Poverty Jobs Part 5 is, for one, once they start asking for your personal information, do not, when I say do not give up your personal information. Because once they start entering everything inside of the tablet or the phone or whatever device they have, it's pretty much a done deal. So I'm shopping, y'all. So let's see. Guys, can I? Yeah, so like I was saying, so once they start entering your information inside that device, it's game over. It's game over, and they could pretty much kind of like start updating your information and putting it in their database and then switching everything up. It's unfortunate, man. You very well could probably sign up for something that you didn't mean to sign up for, and that's unfortunate. And I'm sorry, y'all. The first thing when I looked up everything for the company was, the first thing I saw was scam. Just out the gate. Scam. It was just a scam. My bad, y'all. So, did I get it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, love. Man, I'm about to walk out of here with a free drink and get tackled. No. Trying to record a video, but it's all a part of the game. But I'll probably enter that and print my receipt.
45 is opening.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. All right, too. All right, so like I was saying, they pretty much had. Gotta make sure I'm good.
It's good.
It's pretty good. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I like it. Take care. So yeah. So like I was saying, it's probably gonna be a lot of stuff I'm gonna be editing out this bad boy. But so like I was saying, man, the initial interaction with these two guys was pretty cool. The first gentleman was kind of like, easy going. But in the grand scheme of things, like I was saying, if the first thing they're gonna probably ask you is, what's your zip code? They want to kind of get a gauge on what areas they can actually kind of service. And then keep in mind, if you out and about at a Walmart and you just shopping and you actually see some companies inside of a Walmart, I mean, it's pretty much up to Walmart's due diligence to kind of get a gauge on if the company's a pretty reputable company or not. But if they're not, man, just looks just could be deceiving, and you're out and about doing your thing and just pretty much kind of just out and about taking care of business, buying groceries, and you got this person that just pull you to the side and like, hey, want to save some money on your energy and this, that, and the third, and lo and behold, you done pretty much kind of signed up for something, which at at glance and surface level, you probably think that you're gonna save money in the long run, but you actually start begin to pay more, and that's unfortunate. And I'm just pretty much here to warn everybody not to do not give people your personal information. But once they start entering your personal information inside of a tablet or a phone or their personal device, just be ready to suffer the consequences, because you just don't know like how well they're explaining how much you're gonna save on your monthly bill. You know, the transparency on everything. That sometimes they just give you little to no information, and then you kind of just stuck holding it back, wondering why your bill's so high. People just get taken advantage of, and then just, like I said, if you out and about just taking care of business, but at glance it just looked like, you know, you just taking care of your business, and you just, you know, you see these two guys inside of the actual Walmart, and they seem like they're pretty reputable, and you know, you really don't think nothing of it, so you wouldn't think you probably would get like misled on a particular product or a service, because obviously they're in a Walmart or they're in a reputable place. And you know, why would they be here if they wasn't like a reputable company? But you got to keep in mind, like, you never know, because some businesses or like these little companies, they pay to be inside of various different like stores, whether it be like Walmart, because it's like a higher amount of foot traffic in there, because people just go on about take care of what they got to take care of daily. So, but just keep that in mind, and don't fall for the scam, because once they start entering the information inside the tablet, like, once again, I'm gonna say it again, once they start once they start inputting information inside of a tablet or their own personal device or phone, it's pretty much a done deal. You know, and don't let these people kind of pressure you into like giving up your information, because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, got a few things in my hand, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be left holding the bag. And like the old saying goes, like, trouble is easy to get into, but it's a hell of a lot tougher to get out of, because you just pretty much just asking for trouble if you kind of signing up for these various different programs, and you don't really got too much insight on how they're really gonna help you out. Because at the end of the day, they very well could be setting you up for like catastrophe. You know what I'm saying? And even the one lady was talking to the guys, and she was pretty much like, you know, I'm just gonna stick with my current service provider. I'm gonna stick with DTE rather than signing up with you guys. And you know, it's just a lesson learned, and you know, just don't get scammed. Just be mindful. Just be mindful on, you know, what these people are saying. Do your due diligence. You don't necessarily have to sign up. You can say, hey man, I just rather will kind of think it over, or really kind of like do my own research on about the company before I even think about signing up for you guys. So, you know, because essentially, if you're out and about and they're pretty much like agents, boots on the ground, they're trying to get a sale, and maybe they don't really know the depth of like signing the people up. They don't really know. They don't really care. You know, they probably might have somebody at the office that's making a ton of money, you know, just signing people up, because, you know, they don't care. And they don't care about your bill going up, or the hassle that you have to that you have to go through to get off of the service that, you know, they initially told you that, okay, it's hassle free, and you know, you don't have to worry about your bill or your rates going up. But once you and it, and I'm gonna put it in perspective, right? I gotta sit down. I'm gonna put it in perspective, right? So I'm gonna put it in perspective, man. And I'm an OG. So, like years ago, like if you live outside of Detroit, if you're using the suburbs of Detroit, you pretty much had to have a long distance carrier, right? And a long distance carrier was like someone like a carrier outside of Detroit, right? It could have been like surrounding areas like Southfield, Livonia, or whatever. So in some instances, if you signed up for the service for a long distance carrier, most times you will pay more. You'll pay more for like the service than what you initially had. That's pretty much, you know, that's the game. And I think they may charge more to kind of compensate the agents, you know. And I don't think a lot of times the agents don't really have no afterthought on, you know, the whole, you know, aftermath of people signing up with their service. And you know, I think, you know, you gotta care. You gotta, and if you don't, sometimes people just don't care. They just, at the end of the day, they're just looking at that dollar amount, and they gonna just kind of sign up, you know, whoever, you know, and just worry about the consequences later. You know, I think it wasn't necessarily like that with the phone inside of the game, because you know you had to be on assistance or some type of government aid, you know what I'm saying? But with this energy thing, anytime if it's dealing with your utilities and whatever, your home utilities, your gas, your lights, man, don't fall for the scam, because you're gonna be really hurt when you see that bill and it's 2 to 3 times more, and it's all out of whack, and you gotta kind of scramble to get everything back on track, and it's frustrating, man, because you know you more than likely you can't even reach out to them to kind of tell you, like, man, ask the people like, why is my bill so high or whatever. They probably just gonna give you the runaround too, like, well, just wait, everything will even out. It's just we got to prorate it and all this stuff, and you just don't do it, and just don't do it. And unfortunately, guys, if y'all see this video, leave a comment below. If I might be giving like a not good enough detail on everything, just leave a comment below. But outside of that, just don't do it. Don't fall for the scam. Just don't fall for it, man. It just ain't worth it. And it is a scam, man. Like, anytime if you telling me one thing and something else is totally else is happening, yeah, that's a scam. That's a big fat scam. And don't fall for it. I'm here to tell you, don't fall for it. Because at the end of the day, man, you're going to be in a world of hurt trying to fix that bill. All right, it's your boy, Ben. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate everybody liking my last few videos. I appreciate my one new subscriber. Keep it going, man. If y'all like this content and you like the fact that I'm kind of exposing these various different companies, man, leave a comment below, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.